Kanye West's Late Registration is one of those albums you don't really appreciate until your music taste matures. But if you're watching this video, chances are yours already has. So today let's break down how Kanye West's most overlooked album, Late Registration, sounds so soulful in these 3 key steps. Starting off with a sample. So I have recreated 2 songs from Late Registration for this video, Hey Mama and Late. Take a listen to those songs and tell me what do you notice about the samples. So there is 2 things. First is the space in the sample, and second is the simplicity of chops. So I'll be sampling this song called Love's Maze, and I have 2 parts of it here, and let's take a listen to the first one. So what I noticed about this first part is that it's very cluttered, and if we take that and put it into a beat, it's gonna be very overwhelming. Let's take a listen to the second section. So this section has way more space in it and there's less happening in the sample itself. Even if we take a look at the waveforms, you can clearly see that the second waveform has way more space than the first one. The first one is way thicker, so this section of the sample that has way more space in it is gonna be much more suited for our needs. So the second part is simplicity of the chops. So I'm going to take our sample and I will warp it to tempo. As you can see, it got pitched up, so now I'm gonna chop out the parts that I like. So I've selected this part right here. So I'm gonna focus in on this part and I'm gonna make my chops right here. And let me change the color of this and this chop right here. Let's change the color of this. So 2 very simple chops. Now I'm going to take them and rearrange them in this fashion. It's very simple because I repeat the first chop 3 times and then I just play the second chop. So sampling is hard. I mean, when I was starting out just 2 years ago, I felt so lost, but I still fell in love with making music and I wanted to help people just like my younger self. So I created Sample Academy, which is literally the best place for you to learn sampling. What you will get there is tons of courses, drum kits, samples, and many other resources. But the most important part is you will get access to the community and my personal help, which means that when you are stuck on your next beat, you are finally not alone. So Sample Academy is currently on its pre-sale and right now is the cheapest it will ever be. So if you want to lock in that price, which really is a steal, then go check it out. First link in the description. Now, one thing that's very important for you to remember is to chop the sample on the bass, so your sample makes sense musically. What that means is if I take a EQ and I cut out all the high end, so we just hear the bass in the sample, right? If you listen to this, the bass within my sample will still make sense. I will have a progression. Which results in my sample actually working musically and not being a mess. So now I'm gonna add some processing to the sample. I'm just gonna add a little bit of cymatics origin and 2 EQs to clean up the sample a little bit. And here's how it's gonna sound. So step number 2 is drums, and let's go back to our Kanye West remix and listen to the drums on Hey Mama. And as you can hear, if I just solo out the drums, there's literally nothing happening here other than the kick and the layered snare. And if we look over at Late, then there is no drums added here at all. So that's thing number 2, is your drums don't need to be complicated. Just keep them to the simplest form. So I found this drum loop and I just warped it to 1 bar and looped it. Just a very simple kick, snare, and a hi-hat pattern. So then I added a little bit of processing to it to thicken it up. So a bit of saturator, an analog clip, and a compressor. And here's how it sounds with the sample. So really just keep your drums to the minimum, don't go crazy with them. A basic kick, basic snare and a basic hi-hat will do just fine. And the third and the final step is instruments. So I found 3 free VSTs that are absolutely perfect for Kanye West late registration. And the first one is Analog Lab 5. So basically you can get the free version of this plugin and it works perfectly fine and it gives you a lot of great sounds. So I used it for my bass and I just followed the sample. And the next one is absolutely crucial to late registration, and it's BBC Symphony Orchestra. So obviously late registration is known for its orchestral sound, and this plugin is the best free orchestral plugin you can get. So I actually make 3 layers with it. So basically we need to layer like a real orchestra. Don't do too much with a single instrument. Spread out your melodies and your chords between instruments. So you can see that I have 2 instruments here playing the exact same melody, which is a violin one and a cello. And then I have this third sound right here that is a bass. And then I have this special 4th instrument, which is a tenor saxophone from Decent Sampler. It's literally one of the best saxophone instruments I could find on the internet. And that is everything. So let's just listen to the full beat.